Hello everyone, I am Jo Flick with the Montana State Library. I'm the facilitator for today's website chat, and we'll go ahead and get started and let Jennie take over from here. Jennie?
Great. Thanks, Jo, and thanks everybody for joining us. We're a week later than we typically do the website chats this week. We've had a lot going on in the State Library. Jo was out last week getting ready for the fantastic fall workshops that we had in Billings earlier this week, so I hope some of you were able to join us there. And then I was actually busy conducting interviews for our Central Services Manager position. I know a lot of you know our longtime Central Services Manager, Chris Schmitz. She has been working for the state of Montana for over 35 years, 26 of those years with the state library. And she is going to retire on October 12th, will be her last day in the office. And so we're going to really, of course, miss her. She's just been such a great sounding board for us as we've thought about how to strategize with the legislature and the budgeting process. She's been a great support for libraries. She's always one to help us think about new ideas, new programs, and new services, and how we can financially afford those opportunities and fit those within our budget. So we're going to miss her. I'm very glad to announce, though, that we have made a successful hire for a new Central Services Manager. Her name is Melissa Williams. She comes to us from the Governor's Budget Office, where she is a budget analyst working with a number of state agencies. So she is well versed in the state budgeting process and in the state legislative process. So I think we'll be able to pick up without too much interruption, and we're hiring in time to allow a little bit of overlap between Melissa and Chris, so Chris has a chance to sort of download some of that institutional knowledge that she's going to take with her. So if you know Chris, shoot her an email in the next couple of weeks and wish her all the best, and then we'll look forward to introducing Melissa future commission meetings and at the Montana Library Association conference next spring. So that's sort of what we were up to last week and why we postponed the September website chat for a week. And this week, I'm just thrilled to be introducing you to Randy Zabo. Randy works for Bannock Communications, which is the firm that the State Library is contracting with to help us with the public awareness campaign. We've been talking about this campaign for quite a while now, and working with the Montana Library Association and the Montana Association of Geographic Information Professionals to really elevate the visibility of library and information services and the work that we do to support Montanans and to help Montanans thrive. I think it's sort of fair to say that we blew Randy's mind when she started digging into all of the different kinds of information, resources, and services that we at the State Library and that other Montana libraries provide. And so we really needed to hone the message for the public awareness campaign. And because largely this campaign is targeted at key stakeholders at the legislative level and with other policymakers, we made the decision to target the messaging around economic development and the work that libraries do to support the economy of the state of Montana. I think you'll see that how we've structured the campaign really can serve as an umbrella for future messaging and future campaign ideas, but we also felt that it was really important to be really focused in the messaging for this aspect of the public awareness campaign. So we're just starting to launch things. Some of you may have in your possession some of our very cool Information Powers Growth stickers. that Randy will be showing us a little bit later. We gave them away at the fall workshops, and I know they're being handed out at the Montana Association of Counties meetings this week. They are being handed out at the Montana Economic Development. We're going to be sharing them at Federation meetings, and so you'll be able to get your hands on some. The intent, of course, is for you to share them with your communities. We don't want them to just be found in the libraries. We want to see them all over the state, and Randy will talk a little bit more about that as well. Today is sort of the soft launch of our social media campaign. And then in October, we're going to have a more full launch of the larger campaign. So I'm glad that Randy's here today to walk us through the different components of the campaign as they're coming together. And Joe, I think you have some slides from Randy that Randy's going to use as she walks us through the components of the campaign.
Apologize. I thought that Randy, we were going to go ahead and make you the presenter.
Oh, okay,
yes.
Great. Oh, super.
Are you ready?
We'll find out. No, yes, thank you, Joe. Go ahead.
So Randy, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Trying to launch here, and we'll see.
Looks
what
great.
Are you seeing?
We're actually seeing your. It's fine. It looks fine. Even better.
So I have
that
it
looks
correct
perfect.
now?
Yes, that's
okay.
perfect.
So, but yeah, bear with me as I go through this. Just a few slides. The first one is showing the campaign logo, which we were just talking about, what Jennie mentioned in the stickers. The logo is intended to be the umbrella identity for an ongoing awareness effort now and in the future. The slogan ties it to our primary message for the initial awareness campaign that we're working on now and launching in upcoming weeks. That's the Information Powers Growth slogan. The logo, the identity for the campaign, we called this the ON concept. It's not only meant to suggest powering Montana, but it has the underlying reference to the computer availability and online access that libraries provide, which is a real key factor and offering that they provide for communities. The logo was developed in a process of collaboration with a steering committee of about 14 respondents. And we were very grateful to have their input and insights as we tried to home in on something that we felt would be succinct and simple, but still have a lot of meaning behind it. Growth in the slogan was selected. I wanted to kind of share this because the members of that committee, as they were reviewing all of the different ideas we had, they liked powering growth because they felt it could connote growth for an individual, for a community, as well as for business and economy. So I want to just provide a little bit more detailed information behind that slogan and the talking points that we feel go along with it. Libraries and public information services do have a very positive impact on economic and community development. Everyone that we've been talking to has shown us different ways in which they believe that that's true. So some of our key points, and we'll be providing more detail on these to help librarians and others speak in support of this slogan or this primary message in their communities. Ways that we feel it is supported is that libraries help build workforce, help job applicants, support entrepreneurship, provide business services, extend opportunities to rural areas. provide free public meeting space for all kinds of different organizations. And of course, they're an asset when someone is trying to attract business to the area. A prospective employee is very likely to look at a community asset like a library as a benefit for their family. So one of the things that our initial products, I guess, for communicating this message is an outdoor mesh banner that is in production right now, and we hope will be delivered next week to Helena. We took a photo of a librarian working with someone to help build their business plan, and this will be provided to libraries as an outdoor mesh banner for them to hang on their buildings, hang on a fence, place someplace in their community where it will be seen by those folks who don't necessarily enter the library building itself. And the stickers that Jennie mentioned, we ordered 15,000 of these stickers, and they're already going out to a lot of folks. They're being distributed. They were distributed at the fall workshop. They'll be at the Montana Library Association fall retreat, as we understand it, upcoming Federation meetings. They're being distributed in Missoula this week at the MACO conference and the Montana Economic Developers Association. So if you don't have the opportunity to collect stickers, I think that you should reach out to someone or contact Jennie at the Montana State Library so that we can make sure and get stickers in your hand. With the stickers as well as the banners, we want to reach people who aren't in the library and maybe aren't aware of how their community library has really evolved in the 21st century. So the stickers are an opportunity for stakeholders to show support. We'd like to have those stickers revealed in public places. So members of the public encounter that message about Montana libraries and the way they power Montana. We hope that the stickers will give you the chance to open conversations about the evolution of libraries in the 21st century. Places where we would like to see those stickers include businesses, the Chamber of Commerce, government offices, and certainly economic development arms and business improvement organizations. We really have been busy trying to prepare for the campaign launch, and these days it is the digital age, so there are a lot of different components that must be integrated in strategic ways to get the information out there. We are fortunate enough that the Montana Library Association has agreed to partner with us to host a campaign landing page. We just made that agreement yesterday, so it's under construction, and we hope that in early October, hopefully by the second week of October, that will be ready. The page will be the source for downloadable materials, so it's very gracious of the Montana Library Association to host our campaign materials. That will include things as they get built, including press kit information, sample letters to the editor, newsletter, articles, all of those things that we want to include in the campaign toolkit for your community-based distribution, like talking points and maybe media interview guidelines, Q&As, that sort of thing. We're also working on the design of a poster, which would be downloadable on the site as well. The campaign Facebook page launched this morning, and this was sort of deliberate on our part because we do want to invite you, everyone that's participating in today's chat, to go to the page, like it, share it with your friends, invite your friends to like it. We also have post on there about the stickers that we would like to see widely shared throughout Montana. The name of the Facebook page is Powering Montana. The tag you can search is Information Powers Montana, or MT. We did some screenshots of the page to show you a little bit what it looks like. At the bottom of the screen, you see that part of the library sticker post that we'd like to have you share. Now, we'll be interested in sharing posts from a lot of other sources, but if you have content, we'd like to have you send it our direction. We can help publicize your events, especially as audience is built for this brand new page. I did have a post entered about the fall workshops because we couldn't help but showcase a little bit of that beautiful public library in Billings. The Broadwater Community Library already sent us some posts which we thought were very endearing of a young man working on his 4-H project. And
that's fantastic, Randy. That looks great.
It's great. We put a post up. Normally we wouldn't post this many things at once, but we wanted to have some things there to show folks. And we're really pleased with the photo shoot that we had with librarian Susie McIntyre at the Great Falls Public Library. We wanted to get stuff for our Facebook page, and of course Great Falls was the easiest location for us. So we had an hour-long video shoot there in the second floor of the Great Falls Public Library. We brought in a young man who started his own roofing business, and we sat him down with Susie McIntyre and asked her to pretend to give him information and assistance and show him some websites and various resources and tools to help small business. Well, as you might expect, she took her job very seriously, and she spent the hour-long photo shoot actually showing him tools, small business resources. And he went home to his family, we heard later, and told them he was shocked at how much he learned. And, you know, he wasn't aware of so many of these resources and felt like he should have known. So that was interesting. We actually helped a young man with his business in the course of our video shoot. Now I'd like to have Joe take the screen back and share with you the result of that video shoot at the Great Falls Public Library, which will be used as a cover on our Facebook page. And then she'll follow up with a second video. We've been shooting various people, recruiting subjects, and getting video and photography of these folks for about the last 3 months. As Jenny mentioned, we were overwhelmed by how many things, what a broad spectrum of work the Montana State Library does. And the more we talked to people, we found that there are myriad contributions that public libraries make to their communities, to all sorts of different people and organizations from many different perspectives. So there was a lot to say. And in order to do that, we felt we had to get a lot of those perspectives on film. And our first 2 edits were the easy ones to get because they were right here in Great Falls. Our second showcase today is the premiere of a 3-minute video featuring author Jamie Ford. We are currently in production with about 8 other subjects, so there will be a lot more video coming your way. Joe, if you'd take back the screen and share those videos, that would be great.
I think, does everybody see my screen?
Yes, Joe.
All right, well, we'll get the play going, and I'll put that full screen for you. Let's see if I can get that to go full screen. And hold on, we'll hit that play button.
played very well, and I'm wondering if it's the GoToMeeting trying to play a video over GoToMeeting. It was a little jerky, but we can try the next one.
It could be my internet connection as well out here in beautiful downtown East Glacier Parking.
Do you want me to give it a shot so we can? The next one's a little bit longer and it's really powerful. So if you give me a second to bring up the video on my end, I can we could share my screen.
The only problem is that the audio, which will be more important with Jamie's too, may also be out of sync a little bit. But you can put your headset microphone into your earpiece. That's how you get the audio to play through. So
okay, I'll do my best. Give me 1 second.
All right, and we'll make you the presenter. This is high technology, everybody.
Well, and we've been working on this edit of the Jamie Ford video for a while, but just completed it late this morning. So this is sort of a last-minute opportunity to debut this video.
Okay, we see your screen, Jenny, and
I'm going to see about getting my audio playing well.
You know, my first novel, Hotel on the Corner, Bitter and Sweet, it was a sleeper hit. It's done really well. It's a big bestseller. It's available in 35 languages. But it really began downstairs in this library at this writers group that met here. I also did a lot of the research here in this building. And this place was my go-to at that time in my career. I needed a ton of reference materials on World War II, on the Japanese internment, on Asian culture. I actually had one of those library books out so long, I kept renewing it, but I just bought it from the library because I needed that book. And I actually bought it with my late fees. There's an interesting concept in our society. It's the idea of a third place. The first and second places in our lives tend to be home and work. And as individuals, we sort of search for another place. And the public library serves that function in a huge capacity because this is where people who don't have internet access, they can come here and do a resume, come here and check out a book on job interview techniques. It's a repository of knowledge in our community that's free and available to anyone. There's really very few excuses for not being able to better yourself or your position in life, in our economy, because the answers are here and there are librarians who will help you find those answers. And so I think it's vitally important that we keep these spaces available, we keep them open, and we sustain them for the betterment and health and well-being of the society that surrounds them.
Yes, so it is still jumpy and a little bit, the audio is still going to be a little bit of a problem because of the playback through GoToTraining. You should go and look at that video yourself to see how it really looks.
And Brandy, are they going to be posted on our YouTube channel as well?
Yes. The videos will be linked from some of our digital advertising. Most of our planned advertising will be online ads. And of course, we'll link to the videos from Facebook posts. As it looks like as soon as we have approval on the Jamie Ford video, we can start sharing it on the Facebook page and on the YouTube page.
Yeah, and I think they just look fantastic. So it's really exciting to see these things moving forward. Apologize for the choppy nature trying to share them this way, but any feedback for Randy about any of the content that you saw? We're sure happy to take your feedback. And while you're thinking about that, I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about next steps and where we're going. As we said, there's going to be launches of various aspects of the campaign over the next month or so. Randy mentioned a community toolkit that's in progress. And again, most of those materials are going to be shared via the landing page for the campaign. We are going to be talking at Federation meetings this fall about how libraries can make use of the messaging and all of the materials that are available through the campaign in your own advocacy in your communities. You know, this isn't just a campaign about the state library, it's about the work that we all do. And so we hope that this will be useful content, tools, and resources and suggestions on who in your communities you might engage in to really get the word out about the great work that we do to support economic development and the essential nature of the work that we're doing. So Tracy and I will be talking about that. We'll be sharing information with you. We'll be encouraging you to think about who in your communities might be good advocates and champions for all of you. So look for that kind of conversation. If you want to just call us up and visit with us, we're happy to have those conversations with you one-on-one. We're going to be distributing the stickers all around the state at as many meetings as we can to put them in your hands. As I posted in the chat box, we have about 24 of the banners ordered, those vinyl mesh banners that Randy showed. We've got great statewide geographic distribution planned right now. I think I have about 15 or 16 libraries who've requested those, so we do have some extra banners available. If you didn't request one and would like one from your library, please do let me know. We're anxious to get those out and around the state and have them up this fall and certainly through the winter and into the next spring, so people can be seeing them and talking about them. They are intended to be outdoor banners to survive the winter months, so they'll be available for all of you. And we're just really excited to see all of this coming together. We're excited to have the great tools and experience of Bannock helping us to hone our messages and to pull together these really great logos and other kinds of resources. They certainly go far beyond anything that we could have pulled together here at the State Library. So Randy, thanks to you and thank you to your team.
Thank you. It's a privilege to work on something that is this important, and everyone here at Bannock are great fans of libraries. Our editor, our creative director, who has been doing the editing, the shooting and editing, is in fact on the board at the local library.
So this is Joe again, and we were going to ask folks about whether or not they had stickers or had a plan to get some stickers. They will be at the fall retreat, MLA's fall retreat in Chico in a couple of weeks. So if you're not going, you might reach out to someone who you know is going to pick up some stickers for you. Are there any other, and you said the Federation meetings, at the face-to-face meetings this fall, Jenny, any place else that people can grab this, or they can stop by the State Library when they're coming through Helena?
And we're putting as many in staff hands as we can, so talk to a staff person. If we didn't already mention it, there'll be some at the Montana History Conference in Billings this next week as well. So there's some in the governor's office. I'm happy to say, Randy, I need to go take a photo and get that posted on social media as well.
That sounds great.
So if we're kind of wrapped up here, I'm going to go ahead and stop our recording unless anyone has any questions or comments.
Great.
All right. Thanks, Randy. Thanks, Jenny. And
Thanks.
keep watching for more information about this campaign. which is just really starting its rollout now.
And head online, check out the Facebook page. Let's start sharing it, tweeting it, like it with your library's Facebook pages and so forth. Let's really spread the word.
Thanks.